that. Hey guys, welcome to our team webinar tonight. It is September 1st, and I'm so excited to have you guys on this call tonight. So tonight we're going to have a little bit of a different format since we're a little plot twist, and we're going to have our guest speaker on our next team call instead. She had a little family emergency. So hey, we're good at improvising, right? So tonight we're going to talk about a couple different things. First things first, we're going to talk about our Success Club bell and how fantastic everyone did with that. I want to give a shout out specifically to anyone that rang the bell that changed 3 lives or more. I said we would shout out on the call. So I went through it today and checked it out, and so if you're not on here and you changed 3 or more lives, don't forget to ring the bell this month. I'll post the new bell today so you guys have it. But a big shout out to Brittany Schatzer, Lindsay Bernier, Allison Rivas, Caitlin Baer, Emily Burns, Karen Leggett, Nina Pears, Brandon Moose, Janelle Nicole, Crystal Motes, Nikki Wallace, Julianne Dieter, Krista Ricks, and Tammy Frazier. And like I said, if I missed anyone and you didn't ring the bell this month so we can give you a shout out for changing 3 or more lives. I have to tell you, as a team, we changed over 200 lives this past month, which is absolutely unbelievable. So congratulations to everyone that reached out and changed somebody's life over the past month of August. Also, on the call tonight, I want to discuss, hold on one second, guys. I want to discuss the current promotions that we have going on with Beachbody right now, so you guys know. Something to remember, right now they have not updated the online office, so the size challenge pack is still live for $140. So if you have anybody on those last minute size challenge packs that you want to get in, it is still showing that way, so take advantage of that. I'm not sure how long that's going to stick in there. So currently we're going to have the PIO challenge pack, which PIO is a great program if you haven't done it for people that need a low impact workout. I would not call it a beginner program. It's listed that way, but if anyone has done it, you guys know PIO is not a beginner program. Although I will say there is a full modifier, and she's great. So something to think about for people that need a little more low impact, that are more into Pilates, yoga, that type movement. It is $140 for that challenge pack, and the PIO Kickstart is $180 with the 3-day refresh this month. Also, the 3-day refresh challenge pack is still on sale at $140. So that $140 price point people seem to love. So keep in mind, if PIO is not a program that you feel strong in sharing with other people, the 3-day refresh is another great option at that same $140 price point. And the other $140 price point that we have right now is the Club Performance Pack, and that is a club membership, so you get your on-demand for 3 months, and you also get Shakeology. So that's a really great option too, so people can really try out our programs and see what they're like. It also comes with Energize and Recover, which is really cool. So something to consider as well, $140. So sales for this month, awesome stuff. Reach out, go back and talk to anyone that you have not connected with recently. Let them know what we've got going on and what we have to offer them. Next up, our awesome August promotion was really great, guys. You all did fantastic, and I'm so excited. I loved, like, if you just go in the search bar in Facebook and like type #AwesomeAugust, like, we dominated. Like, there's other companies doing stuff with that same hashtag, but our coaches, like, that is what we are. We had an awesome August, and you could absolutely see it when you search that hashtag. So I got a lot of great feedback from that promotion because people were getting out of their comfort zone and trying to figure out what good things to post on social media. So we've decided to carry it into September, and if you guys saw, I posted in the team page last night, Sweet September. It is up and running. We had some suggestions to give you options instead of having to post, because we all have a lot of mutual friends. So how many of our friends need to see 25 different Shakeology making videos in their newsfeed in one day? Maybe a little much if everyone's friends with your network. So what we decided was to break them down into weeks, and you guys pick from the list. There's 7 different options for 7 different days. So pick from the list what you want to do, or if you're like me and you like to keep it simple and just go in order, you can do that too. For the last week of the month, we only have it up to week 4. So for week 5, which we do have a couple days at the end of the month in week 5, feel free to pick and choose from the list and do whatever you want. for those last couple, but hashtag is Sweet September. We are going to do something fun for everyone that participates in that group every single day. You have to do it every single day. You can't make up a day. You have to stay committed to it. That is what builds this business, consistency in posting and sharing. So you have to do every day to qualify, but it's a great promotion, and I've heard such good things about it. Plus, like, force yourself to go out of your comfort zone. This business only grows if you do. So if you're doing things that you would normally do, and you tell people that, and you say in your video, like, whoa, this is totally pushing me out of my comfort zone, but here I am to share this with you because it's amazing. People are going to respect that, and they're going to love that because it's you and it's real. So go for it. Just jump 2 feet in, go for it. So I want to give a shout out to Emily, Ann, Allison, and Lindsay Ospey for doing that challenge in Awesome August and making sure they did every single day. Congratulations to you guys. I'm going to shoot each one of you a little message for something awesome. So congratulations to that. I know all of your businesses grew from that challenge. So great work, guys. Next up, I haven't posted this in the team page yet because over the last 24 hours, I've inundated the team page with all of the September stuff we have going on. So I'm going to wait and post this tomorrow, but anyone that's on the call tonight can get the information first here. So we're going to do, it's called Supplement September, I think is what it's called. And what it is we're going to try to boost some testimonials and success stories on the team page with the performance line and boost. So what the way it's going to work is just recommending that you purchase one of the items from the boost line or from the performance line, use it for a certain amount of time, and then post a testimonial about it in our files section on our team page. And what we're going to do is just get some testimonials together of our coaches that have used the products so that they can be shared with other people, because maybe I really love Energize, and maybe Chelsea, because I'm looking at Chelsea, maybe she hates Energize and shares her experience. So you can get a full spectrum of people that are getting great results versus people that don't recommend it and things like that from the team. Why not us compile our own lists of things that we like and we don't like and recommendations so that we have experiences? Because someone like me, I'm not a big fan of creatine, so I don't use it very often. So when someone comes to me and needs it, I could jump right to our testimonials in the files tab, find somebody that's used it, and share their story with that customer instead. So we're going to start doing that in September. I have a post, like I said, it's going to go up tomorrow. It's very basic, but it kind of lets you pick what you're going to get, and then we can share testimonials for that. If you already have something, that's even better. But for people that don't have anything, even the performance sampler, which is so cheap for us, something to think about too. So lots of ideas for September. We really want to help you grow your business. I don't know if you guys heard Carl Deichler on his live on-demand Carl Deichler Day today, talking about the Botathon, which is going to be awesome. The cool thing about the Botathon is it's on Halloween, and it's like 2.5 hours of workouts, which, let's face it, if I'm going to eat that Halloween candy, 2.5 hours of workouts is going to make all of that so worth it. So if you're anything like me and you're well, you're still going to have it no matter what. So, so that's an option to do the Botathon. There is a training schedule for it in the Beachbody On Demand. So for people that want to participate in that and aren't currently working out, it's something cool to promote in the meantime to get you ready for that. And, it's just a great way too to showcase BOD. And remember, guys, that Performance Challenge Pack is $140, and they get BOD with that. So something to think about too. And BOD by itself is even a great value for customers. So lots of great ways to get your customers hooked on BOD, and you sharing about it. Every day we could do our workout with our DVDs, and maybe we do, but it doesn't hurt to throw in every couple days, hey, got it done with your, your iPad or your phone or something like that, just so people can see what's available to them, because a lot of people still don't even know that it exists. So let's take advantage of that opportunity as well. So lots of housekeeping tonight. Holy moly. Okay. 12 minutes of housekeeping items. So tonight's call, I wanted to open it up and just kind of leave it as a Q&A. Any questions that you have, feel free to type them in the chat below. Any issues that you have, anything like that. I wanted to just kind of open it up tonight and keep things light and available. So is there anyone, I have everybody muted right now, but you can feel free to unmute yourself. Any questions that you guys have, anything you need to know, anything like that?
Okay, so I'm doing the performance line,
Mm-hmm.
but my biggest struggle is the vanilla. Like, I don't know what to do to get it down, but I can't get it shaken up, and I do it in my shaker bottle, and like even add ice to it to make it cooler, and I'm still like it's still chunky as can be.
Yeah, it's tough. That was one of the big complaints we had in the test group for the performance line was because everyone, a lot of people got to the point they made it into like a pudding instead. Like they put it in a bowl and then they added just enough water to it so that it made like pudding consistency or jello consistency and then ate it like that. I will be totally honest with you, Chelsea. I did that and it made it worse in my opinion.
It doesn't really sound too.
Yeah, I was not a fan of it. What I ended up having to do was the only cup that I can use to have that in is one of the old Shakeology cups that had like the crisscross grates. I don't know if you saw that. So that would be a recommendation too, to go that route. And the blender ball, like they gave us with the performance line in the test group, they gave us a blender ball bottle, and that seems to make a big difference too. And I only do the 8 ounces of water. Like I do as little water as possible, which is probably doesn't help how chunky it is, but then I can just force it down.
All the rest I'm good with. Like at first it was the Energizer was a little tough, but I've gotten used to it, so I'm good with that. And the vanilla is the only one that I'm having trouble getting down.
Yeah, that's what I would definitely try like changing up the bottle or the blender ball part. And I saw Jessie just posted that she blends it. They don't recommend blending that one because it's the way that the protein is designed. So, and it puts way too much air in it. So keep in mind that one they recommend only being shaken. And I'm sorry, unless you're really good. I always give it to my husband. I'm like, shake this because he's really good at that for some reason. But man, I know once you get the chunks, that's difficult. It's difficult. Yeah.
Okay, I have another question.
Okay.
I'm starting my fit club tomorrow at work.
Yay.
So I know like everybody's really excited, but I don't know how to like start it out. Like we're gonna do the video. We're gonna do size on like from a projector onto the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm gonna stand in front just because I know like the first 2 that we're doing, I haven't gotten to do the rest, but I'm gonna work on in the next couple weeks as I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, do I talk them through it or just let Sean T talk them through it, or how do I go about that?
What I typically did was, like you let Sean T talk them through it because we technically can't, unless we're certified trainers, like we can't do much. Yeah. And what I would do is like during the breaks and in between like things, like, or, you know, when you're just supposed to dance it out and stuff, I would like see how everyone was doing and like check in with them. And then, you know, jump back into the routine. So just kind of a like, great job, guys. How's it going? You know, just that kind of motivational stuff and let him really do the most of it. And then like where you shine is your moment right after the workout. Like, how did you guys like that? Do you think it's something you would do? Maybe if I don't know if you're making shakes for them or not, but like then you can take that moment to really shine and talk about the products and the business and however you want to approach it. But that's so exciting for you. I'm anxious. You have to post in the group how it goes.
I will. I had emailed the principal of our school like 2 weeks ago, and I like gave her the idea, and she absolutely loved it. She thought it was great, like how we can get everybody together and do it. Cool. So
yeah, and keep in mind, Tammy Frazier, she's a gym teacher, and she's running one from her school too. So if you need any advice or anything like that, this is her 2nd year doing it, and she just posted. I only because I saw her post workout photo with her group today. So send her a message, and let her know what you're doing.
Yeah, I have to add her because I don't think I have her on Facebook.
Yeah, Tamala Frazier. She would definitely tell you some thoughts or ideas or what's working for her and what's not, just to kind of give you a heads up too. Okay. That's awesome though. Way to go. Good for you. Hi, Robin. Oh, look, she's like, I'm trying to eat, Jenna. Shut up. What else is going on, guys? Oh, Caitlin had a question. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so Caitlin asked if I could explain the strong and weak leg coaching. That way we have a recording. Oh, great. Okay. So great question Caitlin had for me earlier this week. Weak leg, strong leg. Confusing to everyone, not just it's still confusing to me. Let me explain something to you guys. So, okay, so you have your weak leg and you have your strong leg, right? If you are put on your coach's weak leg, I am really, really sorry about your luck. but you're going to have to build a strong leg and a weak leg because you were put on a weak leg to begin with. If you're put on your coach's strong leg, you benefit from your coach's strong leg volume, and you build a weak leg in your business. So she had a coach who was trying to figure out what her weak leg was and what her strong leg was. Unfortunately, that coach was put on a weak leg. So she has to build her business. I will tell you guys that over the last 3.5 years, I was a coach that was put on a weak leg when I started this business. So all the volume that you guys are seeing, whether it's strong leg or weak leg, that I'm helping you guys build, and our entire downline is helping you build, has taken 3 years to get because I was kind of that orphan in that same situation, and had to build both sides so that we could grow this business as a team. So it is a difficult situation, but know that if you're a weak leg coach, Lindsay Matway was a weak leg coach, and if that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what will. She had to build her entire business from the ground up because she didn't have any strong leg volume being added to her business. We are, as a team, in the same situation. So if you're on your coach's strong leg, you are seeing a strong leg volume being built. That is how that works. But if you're on a weak leg, unfortunately, you get to create your strong leg and your weak leg both. And in that case, some people will tell you to build evenly. Some people will tell you to just kind of stack up one for one until you start growing the business a little bigger. There's a lot of different options to that, but that is essentially what happens. And it can be a blessing in disguise, guys, because if you have an upline coach, for example, and you're on their strong leg and they're not very active, doesn't really matter, right? So keep that in mind and know that that's sort of how that works. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. Caitlin, I hope that helped. Okay. I hope that helped a little bit. It's just one of those things, like, and the legs can get so confusing. So I try to keep it as basic as possible. What else? Any other questions? Any other things that anyone needs answered? Everybody's going to get SC10 and rock September, right? Like, that's totally on your goal board or dream boards. Oh, Chelsea's got a question. Maybe.
Okay, so I was just looking at the calendar. What's the thing towards like the end of September, like something brunch? It's on Sunday.
Yes. So, okay, I apologize in advance for anyone that hasn't, their upline coach isn't doing this. I'm totally going to throw them under the bus. So something that I'm doing for my downline personally sponsored coaches is every coach that hits Success Club the previous month, like August, we have a Success Club brunch where I take them out to brunch to celebrate hitting Success Club for the month. All of my personally sponsored coaches do know about this, and I've encouraged them to feel compelled to share it with their downline so that it's not just our coaches, at brunch. It is local in Frederick, and it's in a very delicious brunch and mimosa loving place. So it's something fun to work towards and to have. So talk to your upline about it, see if it's something that they're doing or that they're interested in, and you guys can definitely go from there. I did put it on the calendar because I'd like to make it more of a great incentive for the team and get more people there. It's a lot of fun to sit around with my personally sponsored coaches, but it's even more fun when they get to bring theirs and we can share more ideas and awesomeness together at one time. Good question. What else, guys? Anybody else have any questions?
I can figure out how to unmute.
Okay. No, you're good.
Okay, so I have a couple. So the calendar that you posted, or at the top of the page for our posts, do we go in order, or does it matter?
Good question. We totally covered it, but I'm going to totally cover it again. Okay. So the idea behind it is we had a couple complaints that, not necessarily complaints, but suggestions that for us that have mutual networks, they were seeing like 25 shake videos for the day. So to kind of break things up a little bit, you pick one item from the list for each day. And in each week, so there's 7 in each one, and then you can pick and choose if you go in order, which most people are going to do, but or if you want to kind of switch it up, maybe you have a day where you can make a video versus a day where you can't. You just kind of pick and choose how you'd like to do it, but it has to stay in that week.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Cool. What else? Did you have something else?
What's the hashtag supposed to be?
Sweet September.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It takes a little while. Like I was like, super, no, sweet, that's good. This job's really difficult. Did you have another question, Robin?
I do. So I've been struggling a little bit. I feel like people that have said no or the timing wasn't right before are starting to come to me. Mm-hmm. But then something will happen, like they lose their jobs, so then it's on hold a little longer and those type of things. I'm trying to just stay consistent and stick through it and keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Are there any hints or tricks, or just keep doing it and ramp it up? Or I mean, I'm even thinking like a local healthy happy hour just to get some local people from a meetup or something, you know.
Yeah, well, definitely do that. That's a great, regardless if people are committing or not, definitely do that. The more events that and I think it's GoPro that really talks about events, but the more events that you can get people face to face and they can see how excited you are and how energetic you are about the product because of how much success you've had with them, the better. So definitely do that. One of the other things that came to mind when you were talking about that was to just keep in mind that we all go through this. So the thing that I do is I just write on my calendar, like when they say something happens or that they're interested, but right now is not the right time, I literally just go through my calendar book 30 days out and just put their name down. And I just tell them, hey, I'm really sorry, now's not a good time. Is it okay if I check in with you in about a month? And we'll see how things are then. So one, they know to expect you checking in a month. Yeah. And two, you have that follow-up list, so you're always, it's those seeds that you're going back and watering. But you're not investing a ton of time into them, because my next piece of advice is keep moving. Okay, you know that it's a no, you know that something came up, sympathize with that, let them know you're there, and keep moving forward, because that's more time that you can spend on new people. So it's I just call it like the objection, like nonsense, because I feel like we run into it just a lot. And people keep in mind, and you might be a good example yourself. I know I was, like, you're not ready till you're ready. And there's no magical words that you can say that's going to make them know it's the right time. Like, they have to know. So the less that you emotionally attach yourself to it, the better. Because you're like, I know you need this in your life. What are you doing? Stop wasting money and buying other stuff, right?
No, it's just, I mean, and I hear people talk about it. I think it was even on the wake-up call this week maybe, but, where you're going along and you're consistent and nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden, it explodes and you get this momentum. And I know I have to keep being consistent. It's just, there's a frustration when you're not moving ahead.
But keep in mind that although it doesn't feel like forward movement, that those are seeds that are planted. And on a month that you maybe are struggling to hit Success Club, those seeds will actually harvest. And you'll get what you're looking for from them. And it might not be this month, even though you want it to be, because that they've told you it's going to be. It might be 2 months from now, but that's still consistency. Like, you're still reaching out to people, you're still connecting with people, and those are seeds that will turn into something later. So in a month that, let's use November, because November is always a slow month for us as coaches. Like, in November, those people that you planted seeds for August, September, October might actually be ready in November. So there is forward progress. It might just because they haven't bought anything doesn't mean that you're not making forward progress in the business. Yeah, keep that consistency. I'm telling you, small, consistent behaviors every day.
Thank you.
Build up over time. Yeah. What else, guys? Any other questions? Hey, Britt. Gosh, you look pretty.
Thanks.
Are you at work?
Yeah, I'm on my lunch break. I still have like 10 minutes. And I was like, I had called Brendan and he wasn't really talking. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go jump on this call now. So.
Thanks, babe.
Bye. And yeah, just from what I caught there, sorry, there's some background noise, but when she's saying about being consistent and planting those seeds, it is so true, because last year in October and November, when everybody was struggling, those seeds that I planted back in February, I hit like SC10 last November. So just stick with it, and those small steps will will come out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't have to raise your hand, Chelsea, but it's cute that you do.
So, I have a friend who her last day on the first round of 21 Day Fix is tomorrow.
Mhm.
When she's been weighing herself once a week. Last Wednesday, she had lost 4 pounds and 9 inches.
Mhm.
She's gonna weigh herself tomorrow morning, but she took her progression pictures, and I'm gonna be honest, you can't tell a difference.
Mhm.
But I don't know how to keep her from getting discouraged. She said she's not gonna give up, but I feel like she's very discouraged because you can't see any difference in the pictures. And I told her, I said, wait till you take your measurements and weigh in tomorrow. I said, and then I was asking her, do you feel healthy or do you feel better? But I don't know what else to say to her so she doesn't get discouraged.
Mhm. So there's not really anything you can say to her. This kind of goes back to the same thing that we were just talking about with Robin. She is going to feel however she wants to feel about this. And you have to think about it. We're dealing with the people's physical appearance on themselves. So, which is a sensitive subject, right? Because you guys know, when we get through a program, you don't see results, you're like, well, screw this. What is going on? So one of the things that I would just have her do is do another round. Encourage her to do another round and to use clothes as her measurement tool. And that's something, I have a customer that you cannot see a difference ever. She has done 3 or 4 rounds now, but you just can't see it. I don't know if it's just the clothes she was wearing in the photos or the photo angles, but you just can't really see much of a change. So what we've had her do is measure her progress in her skinny jeans. And every time she puts them on, she's like, these things fit amazing. Even if I was bloated, I would still feel good. So I have her, I have people pick clothing instead and talk about how it fits. And for some reason, you guys know, you put on a pair of pants that you haven't worn in a while and they fit good, that right there is an instant confidence booster, right? So that's something that I would recommend her do for the next round. Let's not get on the scale. Get on the scale on day 1 or 0 and get on the scale on day 22, but don't do it any other time, and pick an outfit that you're going to, and try it on 2 or 3 times a week to just see how your progress goes, because that'll motivate her, I think. Because if she's losing the inches and she's losing the pounds, the clothes are going to fit different.
And her husband said he could see it in her face. And
okay.
She took 4 different views.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I'm going to be honest. Her shirt looks tighter today than what it did when she first started.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she was maybe just bloated or what was going on. So then it looked like. But.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend and tell her hey, you're still getting healthy and you're still making great decisions, and at that point though, when you're discouraged, it's really hard to hear anything that anyone else is saying. So I would just say what you can, but really encourage her. Hey, let's do another round, but let's try this time and see how this works out for you. Cool. What else, guys? Any other questions? No? Okay, cool. Well, in the beginning of the call, for anyone that jumped on late, we covered 8,000 housekeeping items. So if you want to go back and listen to that part of the call, I absolutely recommend it because there was a lot of stuff there. If we don't have any other questions, I'm just going to essentially leave you guys with making sure that you're doing your 3 vital behaviors every day. I personally will share with you guys that my life has been very stressful over the past 2 weeks. I've been dealing with a little bit of drama, and I don't do drama very well because I don't like it. So I have been trying to get myself recentered, but fell off the personal development wagon and the nutrition wagon, and have been working on getting back myself. And I know I could see immediately my attitude started changing with not doing the personal development. So do the 3 vital behaviors. I know that it's annoying sometimes because you hear coaches say it all the time, and you hear National Wake Up Call coaches say to do it, and you hear Carl say to do it, and you hear your coach say to do it, and you're like, oh my gosh, do I need to do this? I'm so annoyed with people telling me this, but please know, they make a difference in your business, and if nothing else, they make a difference in you. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Chelsea. Yeah, so they make a difference in you, and that is what matters in this business, is that you feel like you're the best version of yourself, because if you do, people see it and they're attracted to it and they want to know, well, she has got it together. Even if you don't, she's got it together, and how can I be more like her? Or how can I at least have that energy, or that just that overall like passion for living? And so by you taking care of yourself and doing that personal development, even if it's on your drive to work, or during your lunch break or whatever it is, making sure that you get that in, you get your workouts in, you get your shakes in, and you're sharing with other people about those things, you're going to be fine in this business and it's going to go great. But make sure that you're doing those things. If you do nothing else in this business, do those 3 things every day. And like we were just talking about earlier, small consistent behavior over time will change your life. I'm 3.5 years in. I know, I've done it. So I can assure you guys, if you're doing it too, it's going to be awesome. So thank you guys so much for jumping on this call tonight. I'm sorry I'm not Leslie Davis. I'm not nearly as awesome as she is, but she will be on our call in 2 weeks on the 15th, and she promises, she was even going to make a video because she felt so bad. And I said, don't make a video, just actually speak on our next call. So she is going to jump on our next call on the 15th. It'll be at 8 p.m. It's on the calendar. And she is going to be talking about Success Club. She averages 50 Success Club points a month, every month. So she is going to share with us her awesomeness and what she's doing so that we can learn from that too. So I appreciate you guys jumping on tonight, and I will post the recording in the team page for any of your coaches that couldn't make it tonight. Thank you guys so much. Have a good evening.
Yeah.